Welcome to MetaTattoo nFile. Content is king. We all have heard this adage frequently now for more than a decade. Since then, enterprises both big and small has wised up and put value to their digital contents. Since digital content is just that, digital content or data, or in other words, files, there is no reason to confine values to just text-based content, but pictures, images, audios and videos are all valuable digital properties or assets to the enterprises of all sizes. With this realization, we have seen a tremendous growth of such assets across all industries. However, this trend also caused chaos. When the volume of the digital asset grew to hundreds or thousands or hundreds of thousands or even millions, the asset starts to lose value due to the lack of organization, identification, and retrieval. With this also came redundancy, incorrect usage, and lack of reuse, which all cost companies tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not more. To solve these problems, digital asset management is started to play a vital role in finding solutions for them. In a typical digital asset management solutions, files are kept at a central location and metadata is associated with each file for easy retrieval, organization, and identification. Some digital asset management solution goes further to provide even more values to the asset it manages, such as versioning, type transformation, and over-the-web retrieval. These digital asset management solutions generally keep the metadata or data about the assets in a separate location, namely some sort of database. With this model, while within the system, both the files and its metadata can be presented together as one single unit. However, in the real world, files do not begin in the digital asset management system, nor do they stay in there all the time, meaning file travels. File travels from system to person, person to person, person to system, and system to system, even to system externally and back. When this happens, the association of the files and its metadata and other dependencies are severed. This can often be expensive due to lack of files' accurate information, state, dependencies, and other vital attributes of the file as it travels outside the digital asset management system with a life of its own. So what's the solution? To address this problem, some companies have taken the lead to support embedding of metadata and other dependent files within the files themselves. While this seems to be an almost perfect solution, there are limitations. Because of the vast amount of different file types and originating companies that use different technologies to create these files, this solution was confined to only those file types that originated from the companies that provided this feature. Furthermore, these solutions are heavily dependent on the originating software or its APIs to be able to retrieve and update, hence making it very difficult to share data between file types. But what about other file types? Because there are only a handful of file types that supports embedding of metadata and even fewer that supports embedding of other files, which is often proved to be extremely important. It leaves the rest of the file types, which is infinitely greater in number, in the cold. So what is needed? The ideal solution should have a single and unified interface for all file types that is able to embed unlimited number of structured metadata and unlimited hierarchical files that is associated with the original file or which the original file is dependent upon. It should be transparent to the user, which means that there should be no need to launch an application in order to create such file, and once created, it should visually look the same as the original file. All features should also be fully integrated into the operating system. Lastly, and very importantly, it should be very easy to use and can be easily integrated to other applications by means of a standard API. Introducing MetaTattoo nFile. MetaTattoo was designed and created from scratch with Microsoft .NET 2.0. It is fully integrated with the environment and works very naturally with any file types. It is fast and with very little footprint. It provides a rich set of functionalities with productivity as its chief goal. With its API, integration and extendability is limited only with your imagination. MetaTattoo is of course very easy and natural to use. So what exactly is nFile? nFile is a compound document that is created by converting other files into a .n file that can host one file, any type, to represent itself or the original file. Host one file, any type, to represent its preview. Host unlimited number of file hierarchy of any type that is associated with or which the original file is dependent upon. Host unlimited number of user-defined user data types that can contain any number of properties with user-defined groupings, descriptions, and more. nFile takes on the default behavior of the original file when double-clicked. It also takes on the visual identity of the original file by using the original file's icon as its own. This is called identity camouflage. Let's look inside an nFile. First, we start with any file. For this example, the file's name is mypicture.jpg. Then, an nFile is created containing a preview file, a set of associated hierarchical files, a set of structured metadata, and then the original file itself is embedded within the nFile, thereby creating a new file with the same name as the original file with a new extension of .n. The nFile then takes on the visual identity of the icon of the original file as its own. With all this, you get a new nFile.